Now let's look at those 4 principles. And here's the reason why you want to think about these principles. Everybody here is built differently. Nobody should cast like their instructor. For example, if you have a lady up here who weighs 115 pounds and she's got a husband that weighs 220 and he's all muscle, he can stand here with his wrists and flex this rod and make the whole fly line. She doesn't have that kind of wrist and arm, so she cannot cast like her husband. Now, if all of us are built differently, then what we have to do, we have to modify our cast to fit our physical condition. So if you understand these principles, you can then cast according to what your body will let you do according to those principles. And you'll see in a minute it all makes sense. The other thing is that if you can only cast this way, you can only fish this way. But if you can cast this way, this way, this way, this way, this way, you can fish for what you need to do fishing. So you want to be able to cast different ways. Now, if you got the principles, and there are only 4 of them, and they're pretty simple to understand, and I'm going to go over them, you can figure out, okay, here's what I got to do here, and I'm going to do it. And you'll be able to make the cast. Now, what is the first principle? People have been taught to do things on a clock face. And according to the clock, when you get to 9:30 or 10 o'clock on the clock dial, you're supposed to make a back cast. When you get to 1 o'clock, you're supposed to stop. When you come forward, you stop at 11 o'clock again. This ain't got nothing to do with it. Remember, all casting is the same. If you took a plug rod or a spinning rod and you laid this jig down on the boat, you can't cast that jig till you move it. As long as there's slack between the jig or the lure and your rod tip, you can't cast. And God ain't going to let you cast a fly line till you get the line in moving. I don't care what time it is, you can't cast the line till you move the end. For example, I've got slack in this line now. Now if I cast, nothing happened. But once you get the end of your line moving, and as long as you keep it moving, you can make a cast anytime you want. I'll make one now. As long as you have the end of this line moving, you can cast over there, you can cast back here, you can cast over there, underneath here, over there, you can cast anywhere you want. But God won't let you make a cast till you get the end of your line moving, and it has nothing to do with what time or where you do it. Now, a back cast ain't nothing but a forward cast going the other way. So if you got to get this moving to go this way, you got to get the end going to move this way. It's the first rule.